Hi, this is Marie, Whirledpeas Knits, episode 45. Thanks for joining me. So today I have crochet and knitting, sewing. I have the Learn to Knit update, and I have the Denver Christkindl Market that I went to the other day with some ladies from my work, and then the Parade of Lights in a small town outside of Denver. So stay tuned. I wanted to start off and just ask if you could go ahead and subscribe down below and then hit the bell, the notification bell, before we get started, just so you can be a subscriber of mine so that you can be notified whenever I have any new episodes. Thanks. I'm going to start off with finished objects. So the first finished object that I have is a crocheted granny stripes blanket. And this is by Attic24, and it's a blog. I used a size L crochet hook, and so you could find the pattern on Attic24's blog. And if you just look up, if you Google Granny Stripes blanket, it's a super easy pattern to use with like scraps and things that you have left over. And so I finished this blanket. I think I might stand up and show it to you. So this is it. It's really big. This is a gift. I decided to gift this one, and then I'm working on a second one, which I'll show you in the works in progress. So it's rather long. So that's how it turned out. And I love it. I used lots of scraps, and I used some ice yarns and just different things that I had left over from other projects. So it's kind of nice to have, a use for all the rest of the worsted weight scraps that I had. So I really like it. Some of the stripes, like this one, I held together a kind of a fluffy yarn with little nubby things in it, along with like a skinnier strand. If it was really skinny, then I would hold like two strands together, like this one also. I had like a thinner strand of pink that I held with the fluffy one with the little nubs and stuff on. So it's really cute, and it's super soft, and it's kind of nice to just be able to use up all the scraps. So the next thing that I have, I was actually just going to show you some of that, this yarn. And this yarn is called Bonnie Bon, and it's ice yarns. You can't see it too well on the package. But when I held, the two strands together to make it just a little bit more fluffy, I used this yarn with it. So I got some of this, and I liked it. I was using it on my shawls, and this was just some leftovers that I had, but I really like it. It's so soft, and just to add with another skinny strand of yarn just makes it like a little bit more special, on certain stripes and things. So I have it in different colors. And so the next finished object I have is, I'm just looking on my notes, a hat and mitts that I made for a gift for someone. I used Chelsea Luxe, which she's a hand dyer out of New Jersey. So I used this one, which is her cobblestone base, and I used her mohair in the same colorway. They're all in pecan latte. And then I used, this is a DK weight. So the cobblestone, the mohair, and the DK weight of the Chelsea Luxe, of her hand-dyed yarn. And I made this hat that's going to be a gift. And this one was holding the strands of the cobblestone and the mohair together. And then I made a pair of mitts, of fingerless mitts, and I just used the DK in the matching colorway because I wasn't sure how well, on the hat, you don't wear it, you know, you don't have a lot of friction on it, you know, so it wouldn't pill as easily. I was afraid if I had mohair on the mitts, maybe they would start to look a little scraggly. So I decided to make the mitts with just a DK. And honestly, I have enough left that I could probably make a second one. A second hat and a second pair of mitts. Maybe the mitts wouldn't be quite as long, but I really like this. I like her yarn. She has such nice colorways that she dyes up. All right, and then the next thing, I used some ice yarns in the Harmony colorway. So this, I had bought some of it. I have quite a few packages of this, and I wanted to make like a blanket with it, and I wanted to use it just to try it out. When it came, I was like super excited. I wanted to see how it knit up and everything, and this is what it looks like. It's really pretty, and it's like acrylic, so you could wash it, and it's really soft, and it's in Harmony. Oh, you can't see it with the glare. I have a light on today because the day got away from me, and I started podcasting kind of late. But Harmony is the type of yarn, the base of the yarn, and then you'll just have to look for whichever colorways you like. I don't believe this one has a colorway on it. It might have it on one of the bags. Actually, 61113 is the colorway of this particular ball. And actually, this one might be 61114. Sorry, I have both. One of them's a little bit lighter than the other one. And so I made this pair of fingerless mitts out of it just to try it out to see what it's like. And these are big, like kind of slouchy ones. This yarn is just slightly bigger than a worsted, I think. And so I used a size, let me just check it out, a size 8 needle, and I cast on 46 stitches. And these are just for when it's really cold out. And then I did a 2x2 rib, and then I just knit, and just knitting just this one strand of yarn makes it look like this because of the barber pulling that it has in it. The two strands with different colors twisted together when they made it. It looks like that all the way through, and they kind of just go from color to color. So they're not going to match, but so anyway, so I made this pair just to wear on really cold days. And it's super cute, and I love it. All right, so the next thing, let's see. Okay, so the next thing is the Cozy Knitter Advent. Oh my gosh, you can't see it. But she has the 2019 Advent 24 stripe skein. And this you order kind of in advance, like in the summertime I feel like I ordered it. And she has like a 24 striped skein that she puts up, and she puts them in 2 equal balls, or actually 2 skeins, and then you wind them, and then they go into, you know, they self-stripe the exact same colorway so that your socks will match. And so I decided to do, I also got a mini skein along with it, and this is the mini skein. I don't have anything left on the actual skeins of yarn because I used it all. I used every last bit of it, because I just thought, oh, it's so pretty, I want to use it. So I started off each of the fingerless, I made huge like fingerless mitt sleeves. And I started them off with this gold, it's like a gold stellina sock yarn. I started each one of them off with it. Right here, I put in a few rows of it. And then at the end of the cuff, I put in a few rows of it. And they happen to end with the red and green, so it looks super Christmassy on the cuff part, but or on the hand part right here. So this is what I made. They're super long, like sleeves, and I thought they would be fun to wear, you know, with either like a white shirt with super long sleeves, like a white kind of tight shirt, you know, where the sleeves are tight, so that these can go over the top of him, over the top of them. And then I ordered these little guys from Etsy, and they're just like a little penguin, and they're super cute. If you want to know the company I ordered the penguins from, let me know down below in the notes, and I'll look it up and see what it was. So, but they're so cute. So I started to try to sew the little penguins on by hand, and the patch was so kind of stiff, it was hard for me to sew. So I came to my sewing machine and I zigzagged around the edge. And this one came out fine. This one came out a little bit sideways. So he's super cute. And I spoke with one of my friends on Insta and one of the ladies at work. And so we decided just to leave it. I think that that's probably the best because I was afraid if I picked it out, I might lose the integrity of the yarn and make a hole in it. So, and you know, try to straighten it up or something. So I'm going to put them on and show them to you. But they're super cute. I love them. And I love that I used like every last little bit of the yarn. And so I thought kind of you could slouch them down and make them super slouchy if you want, like around your wrists if you're really cold. And I wore them once already into the city when it was really cold, and they're really warm. So I kind of thought the last year's Advent stripe skein that I got, I made into socks, and I do wear them, but I feel like I will wear these more than the socks. Like I've worn the socks a few times. So this is what they look like. Oh my gosh, they're super cute. And you can't really tell that this guy's a little janky. I mean, while they're on, you know, especially if I'm walking or something, whatever. So this is what it looks like. Oh my gosh, are they crazy? But I love them, you know, like they're super slouchy, and you know, you could pull them up higher probably, but I'll just leave them like this. It's fine. So anyway, I love them. And I'm glad I made them. I did start a little early because I was worried I wouldn't finish before Christmas. And I wanted to get them done so I could wear them for Christmas, you know. All right. So the next project that I have is sewing finished objects. So I made this bag. And I just love it. I got got the fabric at Hobby Lobby because there's a Hobby Lobby near where I live. And they had like this plaid flannel fabric, and then they had this fabric up top. So cute. I just really loved it. And it has a Christmas tree, so I fussy cut this side so I could see all the animals. And then Jana has one also I made for her that she likes. And this is the inside fabric. I got it also from Hobby Lobby. So it's super cute. I'm just holding one of my current projects in it. And then the other sewing bag that I made was this little guy who is a snowman bag that I got. I got this fabric at Hobby Lobby also. And then I just used some fabric from my stash for the inside, for the like pink and white snowflakes. And then this was just scraps from my stash. So it's super cute. I love it. And I'm holding a project in that also. All right. I'm just going to take a sip of my coffee. Okay, so works in progress. The next thing that I have on my list is, a scrappy blanket. So I'm actually working on another scrappy blanket. Once I finished that one, I was like, I need to start another one. I think I'll give this one away because I had enough yarn that I could start another one. So I thought I'm going to start another one with all my scraps. And I have it in this basket and I don't have the ends tucked in at all. So, and I'm using all sorts of yarns that that I had in my stash. So like this, some ice yarn, and some purple ice yarn, and another purple ice yarn, and a green. And these are all colors that I had gotten when I was making my shawls in the summertime. And then this is like one of the Bonnie Bon. And I was holding this with some of this thinner yarn just to make stripes and everything. So yeah, like all just different kinds of scraps I'm using for this one. And this one is just the same kind of thing as the other one. It's the Attic 24. This one's a little bit wider. Granny stripe. And so this one has just random colors put together. This one is wider, like quite a bit wider. And I could stand up and show you this one. So this is what this one looks like. And I'm down to about there right now. And I have this held over. So it's quite wide. It's taking me longer than the other one. But this one's nice because it'll go across my couch. So I do love it. And this one is, you know, I'm using a size L hook just like the other one. And all sorts of scraps. So, all right. So the next thing that I have that I've been working on is a pair of socks. And this is the Drops Fable colorway 911. This is what they look like. So they're super cute. 64 stitches cast on, and then a 2x2 rib. And then I'm just knitting. I put some waste yarn in there, and I'm just working on this pair of socks. And that was in this bag. And then the next thing that I'm working on is in this little fat squirrel bag with the Christmas pajamas. I totally love this bag. I got it quite a few years ago. I would say, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but it's so cute. And so this one I'm making, it's called the Snuggle Down Cowl by Jules Hill from So Sweet Violet. And I saw that she was making like several of them. She made like 3 different ones. And they're so cute. I thought I want to try to make one with some mini skeins that I have. And so I got this mini skein set. It was like a Christmas mini skein set. Let's see if I can find a couple of the colors. So I'm on the greens right now. I was using the red and pinks, but these are the greens that I have left from the Christmas mini skein set. So I started with the pinks on the Snuggle Down Cowl, and I'm holding them with this mohair. It's Fresh Sheets by Homespun House. So this is like a bare mohair that she has. And this is what the cowl looks like so far. And it just kind of rolls at the ends. But it's so soft and nice. And so I'm holding like this is one of the minis, and this is a mini, and this is a mini, and this is a mini, like that. And I'm just holding one strand, you know, with the mohair and knitting it. And I'm starting onto the green section. So, and I'll use the other 4 colors that I have. So I'll have 4 red of the red family and pink family, and then 4 of the green. So it's so pretty. And these minis are from Kate Celine. So she has wonderful yarn. All right, and the other thing in this bag is a pair of socks that I'm working on. Crazy Zauberball. This is like a Christmas colorway. I think I had this started the last time I podcast. But yeah, I just wanted a little something, a vanilla sock that I could work on. And so there's where I'm at with that. And this just goes from color to color. It's a cast on of 64 stitches, my normal vanilla sock pattern. 2x2 rib, so 2 knit, 2 purl to make the cuff of the sock. And then there you go. All right, so the next thing that I'm working on, that I have been working on since I talked to you last, was in the snowman bag. Put these on the ground. Okay, in the snowman bag, I have a scrappy like mitt that I've been working on. So I was using this Noro yarn. I wanted to see how it knit up. And it is Silk Garden Sock Solo. So it's really like light colors. I kind of really like the pastels, and I also like brights, but those are my favorite. And so inside of here I have these little minis that I got from Kate Celine. And they're just like little scraps of, you know, they're mini skeins of different colors. And I have one of these, I got two, and one was opened up. And so I have multiple little balls that I'm choosing from for the mitts that I'm working on. So this is what it looks like. I went on a trip on Thanksgiving and I started it in the car. Well, of course, while I was the passenger. But this is what it looks like. It's super cute. It is getting darker outside. And so all I have is this light, and it's a little washed out, but it's super cute. I did like the polka dots on this section, and this is just a plain white with the Noro yarn. All right. So that is that. So those I'm just gonna do like scraps of different things, and I'll show you how they come out. All right, and this is my last project that I've been working on. So this is for my boss's granddaughter. It's for Christmas. I had made these mitts for her. I think I showed you on the last podcast, and then I kind of set them down, and I hadn't finished the hat. But they're little baby mitts, and then they have like a thumb hole in them, just for her granddaughter. She's really small. I don't quite know how old she is. But so I decided on the hat that I'm going to work on. And this is the hat. It's out of the same yarn. I'm not quite sure of the yarn. Oh, here it is. It's Cascade Yarns Anthem. And it's the color 09. So it's Anthem. Well, you can see that. And this is the ball that I'm working off of. And it's a acrylic so that she can wash it. And oh, I have this little stitch marker on it, which is a plate of cookies, which is the cutest thing from Simply Serving. But I'm making this hat, and it's called Lizzie Knits, and it's a little kitty cat hat. So that's what it looks like. It's so cute. And so I thought, oh my gosh, pink little kitty cat hat with her little mitts. That'll be so cute when she wears it. So I need to get this one done. That's kind of what they look like with it on. So cute. So I'm making the child size on it. I think this is a free pattern, but it's called the Lola hat. And there's a newborn size, a baby size, a child size, and an adult size, and I'm doing the child. So, yeah, you get the gist. Okay, so that is that. So I love that little hat. I thought that's going to be so cute. And so the next thing I was going to talk about, let's see, is Coffee and Tea Corner. And this time I have some coffee that I've been drinking. I have this World Market bourbon pecan, which is super delish. I got some of this last year at this time of year, and I got some again this year because it's so good. And then I also had gingerbread coffee, which is from the Target. It's Archer Farms brand, and it's really good. It says it's spiced ginger flavor with mild pastry notes. So it is good. I've been drinking that. And then I was at the Starbucks kind of by my train station, and they had this holiday blend, and I just opened it. I've had it a couple of times, with my Keurig. I have like a reusable little Keurig cup, and this one is a maple coffee, and it's really good. So I haven't put it in a jar yet, but I've tried it. And I wanted to talk also, I have some tea for you in just a second, but I wanted to tell you also about this creamer that I got. I got this at Super Target, and it was an almond milk creamer, but it's like an eggnog flavor without being dairy, and it's almond and coconut, and it's really good. And so I put, like I have this coffee right here, and this one is the gingerbread, and I put that nog in it, and then I put a little bit of cinnamon in there too. Just a sprinkle of cinnamon in it, and it's really good. All right, so the next thing I was going to talk about is my tea. My favorite winter tea, plus some new teas that I got. And I just thought I would let you know what my favorites are. So these are my favorites for Christmas. This one is the Downton Christmas tea, and it's really delicious. This is so good. And this is the original. I have heard that they redid it, and it is not quite as tasty on the remake of it. But this is the original that I happen to have some of. And then also Mrs. Padmore's pudding tea. I really love that. And so both of these are Republic of Tea, and they're really delicious. These are my two favorites. I also just got this Harney and Sons, the hot cinnamon spice tea, and it is super delicious. It almost tastes like a Red Hot, and so I really do like that. We had some at work the other day. I brought it to work, and I think my boss and someone else had some, and everybody really liked it. So I had heard it was really good, and it's one of their most popular sellers. I also got, I was watching some Vlogmases, and I saw some of the Stash Christmas teas. I got these two that I've tried so far. The Holiday Chai, and then this one is the Christmas Eve tea. This one is a mint tea, and this one is just a spicy like chai one. And both of them are really good. I really like them. I have a third one that I haven't tried yet, so I didn't bring it over here. But Stash has a bunch of Christmas teas. So, all right. The next thing I was going to talk about is some purchases. I purchased some yarn from Brazen Stitchery. And this is the Fairy Lights colorway. And it's a sock self-striping yarn. It's so cute. I really love it. And I've been watching them. They've been doing like Insta stories where they're dyeing their Christmas colorways. And I just really love watching their shenanigans. Let's see. This one's 100 grams, 460 yards. This is 75% merino, 25% nylon. So it's cute. I can't wait to knit it up. I almost skeined it up and started knitting, but I have so much other stuff on the needles right now. But I definitely am going to start on that soon. I also ordered the West Yorkshire Spinners, their holiday colorway. I haven't taken it out of the package yet. But this is their, each Christmas they have like a holiday color that they come out with. And this one's Robin. It's like Christmas Robin. And then I got two colors to go with it. Just to do like the heels and cuffs. And then just use it for other heels and cuffs. So this one is 941. This one's 630. And this one's color number 600. So I can't wait to start that. It's probably going to be in January sometime before I get to that. It also came with this nice like little pattern book that they sent along with it. And I really thought it's nice when they send a pattern with it. It looks like a little Christmas card, and then you open it up and it's the pattern for their socks. So it's kind of neat that they do that. And the other thing was this little Notions pouch by Jezebel B on Etsy. So I wanted to, and then this is a little pin that Brazen sent me with my order. So that was nice of them. Super cute. I love their little mascot. And so I put it on this little pouch. But this pouch is so neat. I saw it on another podcast, and it has Velcro. You open it up like this, and it opens up into this little square so you can see like all of your notions in there and nothing falls out, but you have access to, you know, your scissors and your, you know, tape measure, and you can just kind of keep it open on the desk or on your lap while you're knitting. And then it closes up kind of like this, like a little envelope. It folds up and you don't lose anything from it. But it's kind of neat. I saw that on a podcast and I thought I would like to get that. So I got that for myself for Christmas. So it's super cute. I love it. And I think that that is everything. So just stay tuned if you're interested in seeing the Christkindl Market downtown Denver that we went to the other day. I think it was Thursday we went. And then the Holiday Lights Parade. I was on my way home from the grocery store yesterday and I remembered that it was going on in the next town over. So I drove over there and checked it out. And it's kind of just a short, I kind of sped it up so you can get the sped up version of what the parade looked like. All right, thanks for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe if you liked it. Thanks, bye.